Okay, friends, welcome back to Battle Brothers. It's season 6. Can you believe it? Happy to say, for this season, there's no gimmicks, there's no farting around with restrictions on what we can and can't do. This season is all about going deep, going as far as we can, getting the highest score we possibly can. The only concession we're making is that this is the same map challenge, so myself, Bosco the Bear, and Hans Gruber, who are my colleagues who we do the As Brothers podcast together with, are all using the same map seed. We're all playing the first 100 days and seeing who's going to get the best score at that point. I'm going to keep playing past 100 days, but once we get to the 100 days mark, we'll all compare. So, I want to resurrect the 13th Legion, who I think were my season 3 or 4 band of heroes. Let's see, so we're going to go veteran, not Iron Man, because I don't want to be at the mercy of potentially a bad corrupt save file. Late game crisis, let's leave it random. I think that's more interesting. I don't want permanent destruction though. The map seed, which you can all use as well if you want to give this a try, is 10278010. So 13th Legion, this is the banner for 13th Legion. It looks Romanish. Veteran, not Iron Man, it's Honestman. Random late game crisis, no permanent destruction. That's 10278010. So, a couple things to bear in mind, or a couple lessons at least to bear in mind from last season. I leveled horribly last season, and I'm very confident now that I have an picture in my mind of exactly how I want to do my leveling. We're going to be taking the XP boost at level 1 on everyone, then it'll be gifted, and then from there the classes will branch out into the different ways that we need to get the most out of them. So a quick little tweak here to the webcam. Let's just move it across a little bit. Awesome. Kill the bird. Shoot him in his big stupid face. A fine shot. So, being that this is 13th Legion, the first 3 characters, we're kind of going to roleplay a little bit. Oh! We're going to say, in this reality, you've got, let's say, Tatus Pulo. Ouchie. Oh, crikey, I'm just blanking on what his other mate was called. It's Tatus Pulo. Oh god, never mind. Brain isn't working. Ouch! Ooh! Quick bit of trivia, guys. Who were the 2 lead characters in Rome? The HBO series Rome. Oh! Okay, good. No one got killed. Obviously, they can't get killed in this first mission. And we got an axe and a buckler. Sweet. First thing to look at is this is the map that we're all sharing. Notable about it is the amount of swamps here to the west. There's mountains all across the way. Not a great map. The only thing going for it is that a lot of the unexplored stuff is all towards the east here, so this is all wild, untamed area that we can go explore. Right, return to Nordholz. In terms of tactics, we're going to be going for the standard 7 up front, 5 at the back, which lets us have our sergeant or banner boy in the center back line, and then we're going to have 4 archers. God, it's going to be so good to have archers again, after last season where we had no archers. Oh man, I'm tempted to buy one of these bowyers right off the bat, but this early on, that's too much money. A hunter for 1,000 gold is super tempting. We'll definitely buy this butcher. Butchers give +5 melee skill, +5 resolve. And speaking of resolve, ooh, the hero. That's really, really good, but that's so expensive. Speaking of resolve, because we don't know what late game crisis we're going to be up against, every single one of our brothers has to have, at a minimum, 45 resolve. And the frontline guys need hit points of 75 at a minimum. So once they have 75 hit points, 45 resolve, then every single level after that, it's only going to be fatigue, melee skill, melee defense. This is beautiful. So this is exactly what I want from a frontline guy. A star in melee skill and a star in melee defense. So Alfred, welcome to the front lines. Heal the bird. You're in the back lines. Let's give all the best armor to the front line guys. Except for this, of course. Fangshire. That's fine. Hakon, that's fine. You get that. Let's take a look at the accuracy values. 60. Oh, this is amazing. These are all going to be shield bearers. Now, sometimes, or quite often, I'll take this starting companion and make him a sergeant, because he starts with a nice resolve, and he's got fatigue, and he's got hit points, and he doesn't have any stars in the melee skill, so using a pike is just fine. But I'm going to do some hiring and see if we can't get someone with higher resolve who we can make our banner boy. The banner boy just needs gigantic fatigue. He actually needs range defense. That's important because he's not going to be using a shield ever. And I want to get archers in. Actually, I just need to hire 2 archers. If I can get... How much gold have we got? 2,100. I'm just wondering if there's any way I can justify buying or hiring one of these bowyers. I probably can. And to start off with a hunting bow is going to be amazing. I'd love to get General the hero. He comes with a straight level upgrade, but 1,500 is just too much. What do you reckon, guys? Do we splash out on a bowyer at level 1? My worry is if he doesn't have stars in range defense and ranged ability, then he's going to be a replacement. This is one other tactic we're going to be doing. What the hell? Let's be ambitious. Berthold the Fletcher or Vatican the Arrowmaker? Actually, you know what? I'm quickly going to open up the wiki. I want to see Battle Brothers wiki, because if I can get that hunter, he's only 1,000 gold. I think one shot is actually a description. Let's see. I think that might mean he's going to be Eagle Eye and have even better ranged skill. Where's the description? Just blanking on where to find the descriptions here. Your brothers. Let's see. Traits. Let's look at the traits. What's the descriptions of them? Attributes, contracts, talents. Enough of this. Onward. What do you reckon, chat? Do we go for Kunold the one-shot or Vatican the Arrowmaker? The patient means he's going to be slow. The hero means he's going to be very, very brave. But I think 1,500 is far too much to spend on him at the start. Kunold the Vatican. I'm leaning towards Vatican. He's a little bit cheaper. We do need a Fletcher. I mean, a bowyer, I mean. Okay, Vatican. Man, I really hope he has stars in ranged. He doesn't, which sucks. But he's got 3 stars in ranged defense. He's fat and greedy. Okay, he's got 2 stats in resolve. He's not going to be the best, unfortunately. But he'll do. So what I'm going to do is I'll mark him up as an archer. And then every time I get a brother who doesn't have stars in the abilities that I want, I put an R next to the name, meaning that he's going to be replaced. Once he cranks out a masterwork bow, or we can get someone who's a better archer, we'll retire him. Okay, we need to make one more hire. Ideally a poacher. So we can have 3 ranged guys and 3 frontline guys. But we also need... let's see, one more knife, a shield. Another knife, a helmet. Not much of a helmet. Our ranged guys will actually be fine like that. You know what? Hakon has more fatigue, so he can use the axe. Need another shield. One thing that is great is we're starting off with a hunting bow on our ranged character. This is cost price. Let's buy all three and go flog them for profit. We'll buy some nice meat while we're here. Do I need any of this stuff? Not particularly. Onward, men! To Tonderhovel. Now, I would love to hire someone who's going to have range stats, but the only one we could potentially afford would be a poacher, and I don't think we're going to find one here. So first things first, flog the wood for a tiny bit of profit. It's not much profit, but better than nothing. Let's get some beer. So we're set for food for quite a long time, which is great, and it's going to make them quite happy to eat that. Another shield. Now we just need another cheap hire. Ooh, that's tempting. We'll get that at some point. That's actually a very good buy, but he's too expensive. Ooh, you know what? I'm going to go straight for Asgeir, because I mean, I do want at least 2 Houndsmasters eventually. He's got a decent bit of early game armor, and he comes with a net, and he's not too expensive. Asgeir, please have stars in melee. Okay, excellent. He's got one there, that's great. Resolve is fine, hit points is fine, he'll be a fine shield bearer. Shield bearer. Excellent. Who's got the highest melee defense here? That's Hakon, definitely. You know what, he can actually use the two-handed axe with 10 melee defense. Let's just give him better armor though. We need a weapon here. Theme for this campaign? There isn't one. It's just do the best we can, get as far as we can by all means necessary. The only theme, if I would say there was one, it would be it's the same map challenge. So myself, Bosco, and Hans Gruber all playing the same map. We need at least, let's see, 2 more knives and a couple more fishing nets if we can get them. Still got 300 gold to play with, which is a little bit. But no, we can't buy anything here. It's actually tempting to buy a dog for our Houndsmaster, but an unarmored dog is just not going to survive. You know what? Let's buy the lads a drink. Cheers. Let's go get paid. Let's get the first job in the bank. Nice starting hires. I'm happy with the lads. Well, return with his head. We actually want to fight during the day because we've got 2 guys with ranged weapons, so we have the ranged advantage. I can't believe I'm blanking on the 2 titular characters from Rome. Titus Pulo was the one, and then who was his mate? Oh, God. So stupid. That'll come to me in a sec. Miss! Whew! Thank goodness. Okay, Radican, you're going to move forward, so that's fine. I'd love to get my hands on that armor. That padded armor is actually not too bad right at the start, and we definitely want to get Hogwarts armor. You know what I'm actually going to do here? I can move Asgeir there, and then that frees Hakon up to do a big spin here. Hold there, Asgeir. And then Gerlach is going to run this poacher down. So actually, if I move here... Lucius Vorenus, of course! Duh! God, I love that show. It was so good. Okay, so our first starting 3 characters are going to be Titus Pulo, Lucius Varenus, and Mark Antony, and then sort of like if we're role-playing, what we're going to say is those four have had to flee Rome, and here they are now in this strange land trying to get a mercenary company together. Good shot, Wedekind. Oh, I can't kill them! You missed both, you fool! Interesting that Hogarth chose to move. I actually don't mind that. Hell, I actually want to leave Hakon there. That gives him another double swing potential. Ouch. That little stick doesn't do much damage though. Interesting, interesting. And 94M34, welcome. Glad you could be here, dude. Y'all are welcome. At this rate, I can get partnered one day. We'll be able to get subs, which I quite look forward to. Get wrecked. Ouchie. Ooh. Okay, Hakon, you missed both of them this time. 50% chance. Let's do it. Oh! Okay, this isn't working. Hakon letting us down. I'm just shooting her because if the shot goes astray, it can hit either of these two. Thank God for shields. Come on, boys. Not good enough. Hakon, you wouldn't be getting so effed up if you could actually hit a damn shot. There you go, finally. Yeah. Swinging in his sword in a circle was just not working for him. I think this is going to be the better option. Or do we get the net out? Get the net out on the next turn. I like that Hogarth has gone into... Ah, nice. He went into riposte, which essentially just wasted a whole lot of his fatigue. And you just ignore him. Ouch! God, these pickaxes ruin armor. Nice la. Get started on that shield. We are going to be daggering him down because I definitely want his armor. Get netted, nerd! And now we just surround him. He should panic once we surround him. I'm going to wait here. Daggers out, boys. Wait till that shield goes down. I love that he put his shield up because we're just going to destroy it. So that's essentially just a waste of his time and energy. Unfortunately, I need Gerlach to move because he is standing on top of a corpse with a knife that I need Asgeir to get to. Okay, the shield will only go down on the next turn. Feck. Nice, good stabbing. Save your energy, boys. So stop, getting into position to surround him, because as soon as he panics, we need to get around him. Maybe crossbow shoot him? Yeah, hits the shield, fair enough. Hakon, wait for it. Fuck's sake, Alfred's too exhausted. Nice, he's exhausted. So essentially he's just wasted his own energy. Let's save our fatigue because he is riposting. Okay, good, we should be able to get him now. So Alfred doesn't have... Is Alfred asthmatic? He's hardly recovered any fatigue. Just wait, he's still riposting. Okay, this is becoming a bit clumsy now. Where's your fatigue, dude? So 64 fatigue. Ah, but you need more for split shield. Just keep resting. Ouch. Okay, he's at least... Yeah, there you go. Good. We kind of overthought that, I think. Well done, boys. No injuries taken, and some pristine patched mail to start. Time to get paid. This is nice. So all the heaviest armor is going to go straight up to Hakon, so he can start with the woodcutter's axe. He's not going to be a raider, but I think once we find guys who are raiders, I'm tempted to do things a little bit differently. So start with Colossus, then get Gifted, then get Quick Hands. So the raiders who normally use two-handed weapons can start with a shield out just until they get into the battle line, then whip it out. But I kind of feel like the safer percentage play is to just level everybody exactly the same and get everybody even and strong. So you want Student and Gifted as your first two on everybody. I'm also starting to move away from Fast Adaption. I mean, Fast Adaption is great, but it only triggers if you miss. Okay, so we're going to be... That's nice. So I don't have to level up. I don't have to spend any more points on fatigue. And with just a few more level ups, you won't need any more hit points. So, excellent. That's wonderful. Nice. His resolve is already fully where it needs to be. Decent start. I love that we have the hunting bow, but it just sucks it didn't even hit anybody. With the inclusion of veteran levels for me, Gifted lost a lot of its allure. Yeah. The reason I like Gifted is because, like, getting your brothers leveled up in the beginning is the most difficult time. And I think of it this way. So, Fast Adaption is +8 melee skill, basically, chance to hit. But think of it as melee skill. If you miss a swing. So there's a condition before it even ticks in. However, with Gifted, let's say you roll a 4 or even a 3, that's +3 melee accuracy on every swing you ever take ever again. So it's not conditional on proccing, which I really like. And it's also, you can roll quite high, and when we do, let's say you roll a +3 on melee skill, a +5 on fatigue, and a +4 on hit points. You've gotten 12 skill points out of a single level. It's really, really good. And there's nothing else really at this level that I want to take. I've moved away from Quick Hands, because Quick Hands is fun and it's interesting, but when things really, really start getting difficult, having that skill point doesn't really help. And ultimately all Quick Hands does for you is it gives you 4 action points, because switching out a weapon costs 4 action points. Can I kill these direwolves real quick? No, there's no rush. That's brothers! You know what? If I can do a mission quickly, then I can come back here and hire Kunold, who I really, really wanted. I have a funny feeling he's going to be amazing. We've already got our Fletcher, so once our Fletcher hits level 6, Bowyer, sorry, we need to leave some fancy wood and 200 gold. And then we'll be able to get a masterwork bow. Another thing to bear in mind, as soon as I can find some throwing axes, I should buy them. One of my viewers gave me a great tip, which is that, you know when you fight those horrible skeletons? Oh crap, these stumbled into the wolves. When you fight against those skeletons, your ranged weapons, your bows and your crossbows do 0 damage. But if you use the throwing axes, they're actually pretty damn good against them, he reckons. And I want to see what the numbers are. 8%, alright, because it's behind there. Good hit. I'm happy with that because... Oh god, Hakon's actually quite hurt. Nice, one's fleeing already. Where's the event to try and trigger his Armor of Dovecool? Right a long time to get it. So I know the Armor of Dovecool is pretty damn good and pretty damn cool. But I would agree, what I've heard, the consensus seems to be that it's great, but ultimately it's not worth it. I reckon let's leave Hakon out of this here, because if he gets munched twice by a dog, he will be really, really hurt. I'll tell you what, we put put Hakon where he is, and then we will leave Gerlach. No, Gerlach needs to run up there. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't want more than one dog attacking Hakon. I reckon stay where you are, Hakon. Okay, that hasn't worked out at all. This is really bad. Vidakin's in trouble here. He's got height advantage at least. Okay, not ideal, so Hakon can't move and get an attack off. Fine shooting. I'm not going to take the shot just for the chance it could hit Alfred. It's too risky. I mean, early on, a crossbow shot to the chops would just be gruesome. Oh, nice hit. One thing that's interesting to think about, we took the random late game crisis. So there's a chance it could be undead. And the problem with that is, it means we can't just take fearsome on everybody. Because if I start leveling everyone with fearsome and it's the undead, then that's essentially a wasted skill point, because obviously the undead don't trigger morale checks. I'm actually going to save that ranged. Thank goodness I have auto loot enabled, because I just did that stupid thing where I didn't click properly because I'm stupid and I'm bad at this game. +2, nice. +4 there is great, and I think I want to get your resolve up. It's super, super, super important to get as much range defense on my archers as possible. It's sort of a completionist thing, the must-have thing. Oh yeah, it would make the Black Monolith a lot easier if you could make Undead flee. Yeah, that would arguably make the Black Monolith too easy. Let's see what you got here in terms of work. At some point I want to hire a caravan hand, because they have a trigger event where they increase your inventory size, which is quite nice. We can do more than 140. This is amazing. I'll tell you what, let's do this job, buy all 3 of these furs, and then we'll flip them at the city for profit. Let's talk money. 130. So what are we doing? Delivering cargo to Bramingstead. How far is that? Is it even worth it? Oh, it's just up the road. Yeah, sure, go on. Easy money. Get the company back to strength back to 12 men. No, that's going to take too long. We need allies, 100%. Crowns well deserved. Oh, 2 brawlers. That's amazing. I need to hire those guys. But I want to. Our next hire needs to be an archer. Someone who's got ranged ability. Nice. And there's a farmhand as well. I want so many of these guys. Killer on the run, I've stopped hiring, because there's that negative event where they can kill one of your brothers. Or they get arrested by one of the houses. Really sucks. 184. Nice bit of profit there. Let's go buy those furs. We'll see what Hornheim has as well. But I reckon we're going to run here, buy those furs, flip them here for profit. Go back to Nordholz, hire that hunter. 375, that's too expensive. Out of interest, what is the work? Brigands. Not yet. Oh, I'll tell you what, let's talk money. 80 and 300, I accept, but give us some time. We can quickly come back for that. That's actually a pretty good one to take on. So in terms of hiring guys, I really want to hire one of the characters that has very high resolve to be our sergeant, particularly a monk if I can find one. So monks are very weak fighters. But the nice thing is I'm going to be hiring brawlers and wild men whenever I can. And I like the monk because they can actually talk those guys down from causing trouble in town, which can cost you a lot of money, so I reckon that's actually worth it. Miners I never hire. Their minus fatigue is just awful. Fatigue is so important. Early game, my favorites are obviously farmhands, butchers, and brawlers, I'd say. Yes, monks can also remove the dumb perk, which reminds me, we need to have at least one historian in our party. Good, so we made 150 profit there, that's good. I want the historian because we've already got a Fletcher, we don't need him. Let's go hire that hunter, hope for the best. I want a historian because you get that event where you can buy a map, and then if you have a historian, he deciphers it, and then you can get a ruin, which is guaranteed to give you a legendary item. So Kunold one shot. Ooh, I wouldn't actually mind having a tailor. The other thing is I could hire Berthold because he's a cheaper option. So if I buy Kunold and he doesn't have stars in ranged, I'm going to be butthurt. Come on, have good stars. Ah, that's pretty awful. Loads of fatigue is great and range defense is great. So he's another replacement archer. Damn it. Hang on, that's not right. Archer. Oh. So we agreed our companions are going to be Lucius Vorinos, who is a shield bearer. Well, he will be at least. Our other companion, starting companion, is Titus Pulo. My absolute favorite character. He's going to be a raider. And Mark Antony, who's our archer. Oh yeah, no, Murphy, like, I know by no means, it's not guaranteed that these guys are going to be horrible. It's just statistically, it's very unlikely that as they level up, they roll. It's generally like having no stars on your ranged guys is a bit more forgiving, I find. I've never seen someone with no stars in ranged skill roll anything less than a 2. So that should be okay. The main thing is that they have range defense, which is super, super important to keep them alive in the long run, because they're going to be taking anticipation. So the next person we're going to hire is Berthold, the poacher. But we need work, and we need it now. And I want to keep going back to Nordholz as soon as I can, because we should only have to do one more mission for them and we'll be friendly with them. What you got for us? Brigands, his old family, can you believe it? What are you prepared to pay? 80 and 310. I accept. And it reminds me, we also negotiated that other contract just up the road, which we should be able to do. Jugglers, I'm happy to buy jugglers as well. Their increased chance to hit the head is quite important because... So we're going to have 7 frontline guys. I want to have 2 jugglers because we're going to have 2 flail users. And obviously the jugglers make excellent flail users. Damn, I didn't stop this in time. We're going to have to run away here. Or do we stay and fight? No, this is too scary. We're going to take too much damage here. The thugs will go down quick, but I don't want to be fighting raiders until I have level 3 at least on my frontline guys. This is too dangerous. Even with height advantage. I mean, I'm confident we can win this, but it's going to come at a hell of a cost. I mean, if that woodcutter's axe or this bladed pole thing hits someone, that's a one-shot. It sucks though. I'd love to dagger that guy and get his armor, but it's too early for this. Bum, 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 bum. God, I love this game. It's so good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, good. So he can't catch anyone here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Should be fine. Also, I was thinking about taking Overwhelm on my archers in this campaign, because then even if they're missing, they're at least applying a debuff to everybody they shoot at. And our archers are going to tend to have slightly less heavy armor, so they should be able to get shots off first. I've never tried it before, and I'm going to give it a try this campaign. It might well be shit. And of course, if you guys are watching and want to get involved, let me know which of these guys you want to be, and I'll change their name to a viewer's name. You've tried it. How did you find it? Overwhelm on the archers. I'm thinking I like the synergy of, like, even if they miss, they're applying minus melee defense to the person they're shooting at, so it's making people who shoot at them subsequently or swing at them subsequently easier to hit. I've actually worked pretty well, saved my front a lot of headaches. Awesome. I'm going to try it then, this campaign. On my last campaign, I tried Pathfinder on everybody, which was situationally amazing, but I probably only ever got any value out of it, I'd say, once every 10 fights. It just really wasn't good enough. Let's take the shot and then get back. Also, I like that we've got another hunter's bow here. We've got 2 hunter's bows. So once our archers start hitting shots, that's pretty accurate early on. Pretty damaging early on, I mean. That's 40 to 60 damage. So if they hit both their shots, that's 80 to 120 points of damage. I know I can, but I don't want to... These guys will take wounds if I retreat now. Unless they change that. Did they change that? You need to have everybody in the retreat zone. If I retreated now, these guys would suffer injuries. Oh, you're trying to troll me. I think I'm being trolled. You won't get wounds. Really? Okay, I'll try it in a different time, just because I really want to take that other fight immediately. So when did they make that change? Was that in 1.0.5 that they made that change? See, annoyingly now, I've got to pull these brigands into a patrol on the road. Oh my word, more brigands. This is a nightmare, I shouldn't have come here. And now, my ranged lads don't even have weapons, so I've got to kind of just hang around until daytime, until we can fight here. Because I don't have my archers be useless. It's just patrol. Okay. That's interesting. I kind of like that they made that change, because a lot of times, as you saw there, it's so straightforward to be able to just get everybody out without getting hurt. Okay, let's just wait and see where all these nerds are. There should be just 7 thugs, which is easy enough. Joho, good evening. Okay, so Asgear, you just hang over here. She attempted to bottleneck this here with Lucius Vorenus. Against that little toothpick thing is not really going to hurt him very much. Although, actually, you know what? He's probably fine. Yeah, no, this is better. Yes, of course, because this guy goes here, then 2 people can chop him up. Far more effective. Get him, Kunold. Terrible shot. Get him, Mark Anthony. A fine shot. Videkund, you may as well move here. Ooh! Take him down, Kunold. You spent time in Thailand. Awesome. What were you doing in Thailand? I'd love to go to Thailand. I recently started kickboxing, so Thailand would be amazing. Nice. It's very rare for me actually to have this many archers this early on. I'm glad we made the effort to get ranged guys in. I mean, look at that, we managed to get 1 kill before the battle lines have even been enjoined. Shit ton of good food. Oh yeah, the food must be ridiculously good in Thailand. Oh, get wrecked, sunshine. Oh, cool. Winchun, interesting. Kunold, can you get into close range? A good stabbing as gear. Nice, Lucius. Oh, close. Lads, I'm loving the fighting so far. Everyone's doing very well. Oh, headshot! So, let's see. Brigand Thug's head was hit. Oh, that was a headshot with a hunting bow. Yeah, this early on, they're not going to survive that. Brutal. Fucking brutal. Savage. Wrecked. Oh, the hunting bow's doing work. Videkund, still learning how to use a crossbow by the looks of things. Oh, Alfred, you beast. Get in there, Hezgear. Start stabbing. Fine stabbing. Nerd spotted. Awesome, that's a dagger. I love these daggers. We need the daggers for capturing armor. Decapitate. Off with his head. Oh god, there goes the armor. Wait for it, he's behind a bush. Don't let that nerd get away. No! Get him, lads! Get him! Ah, my kingdom for a dog. Can you reach him? Nah, he's probably away. I will try to cut him off here around the pass. Might be able to catch him. Yeah, hammers and picks are nasty at all stages. So I was describing my ideal setup for my 7 frontline guys. Ideally, I want 2 two-handed warhammers for destroying armor, 2 maces for stunning high-value or high danger targets, 2 flails for targeting enemies that don't have good head covering or any head covering at all, and then 1, probably a cleaver, I want to say, just for that shocking morale-breaking decapitations that the cleaver gives you. But the main thing is, the 2 of the frontline guys who have the highest melee skill, they are going to be given maces, so they can stun lock guys. Because, like, in a mid-game fight, being able to stun lock an enemy that's using, for example, a two-handed axe is huge. Yeah, Thailand's amazing. For those of you guys who've never been to Africa, you need to go to South Africa. It's awesome. Go on safari in the Kruger National Park. That's amazing. Get wrecked! Kunold finally lands a shot. That's also a good point, Wolfric. Yeah, they always deal damage. Fearsome works well with them, as does crippling strikes. Because the normal threshold for applying a wound is 15 points of damage. If you take crippling strikes, unless there's any other modifier on the enemy, it takes it down to 10. So then in theory, you should be inflicting a wound with every shot that you land with a hammer. Awesome, mission accomplished. Level ups all round. Alfred the Butcher. +2. If it's anything above +1, I'll take melee skill there. I'm just going to take +4 there so we can leave his resolve alone. Don't have to give him any more resolve. His fatigue is okay. Let's go on hit points. Vaidekan the Archer. +2. +3. +4. Mark Antony. Nice. Our first level 3. That's going to increase his ranged value probably quite a lot. Let's just count the total amount of points. So that's 4, 4, and 4. So we got 12 stat points out of that 1 perk point. I think that's absolutely worth it. Who's the most accurate? 63, 63 here. And I think you can go for the bludgeon now. Axe or pickaxe? I think Varinus. You can keep using the woodcutter's axe for the moment. We could probably do better a little bit later, but for the moment, that's grand. You backline guys can just hang on to these bucklers just in case you get caught out in melee combat. It's not likely. But until we can afford pitchforks for the backline, that'll be fine. Found a famed flail the other day with plus damage and plus head hit. Not sure if I should use it or not. Oh hell yeah, definitely use it. Funny memories of Thailand. No comment. No judgment either, if that's your bag. That's a lot of brigands. Quickly hand in the quest. See if we can't buy anything worth buying. I don't think we need these weapons. Let's keep moving. I kind of want to... Yep, I'm going to go hire that poacher up at Nordholz, and then we need to run up to... I think it was Tonderhovel, or it was Nornheim, where we accepted another bandit fight. Oh no, damn it, there's no... Oh, the poacher's gone. But there is another butcher. So what the hell, we may as well hire him. Come on, melee skill. No, damn it. Range defense. Okay, so we'll just... He's going to be a shield bearer to be replaced. So really, he's just there to hold a place until we get something better. We do need a shield for him, though. Oh, this is a Thailand story. This should be good. Before I met my wife, my mates went for the nightlife. Me and two of my mates got so drunk, didn't remember that before. Why, there was a naked lady boys in our beds. Oh, ooh, that's cheap. I think I'm going to buy that. But we do need another knife. You know what? Let's not buy pitchforks. Our We do need more ammunition though. That is one thing worth bearing in mind. 96 is actually cheap for ammunition. Let's do that. Okay, we're up to 8 brothers already, which is quite nice. The recruiting started off well, but it's been a bit of a mixed bag since. I accept. Drive off brigands at Forgotten Woodcutter's home, west. There it is. Okay, are we good for tools? We're good for tools. We've got 2 days worth of money, loads of food. Okay, we're coming up on an hour, so let's take a little break here. When we come back, we will be driving off brigands at Forgotten Woodcutter's home, west of Nornheim.